All right, we have a special guest here today with us. It's Wayne, Wayne Erding. Wayne,
But he says I'm special.
yeah. Wayne, what are some questions that we most often get asked regarding travertine cleaning?
Okay, well, regarding cleaning or polishing? Regarding cleaning, we don't really hear a whole lot of questions other than, will
What-
it actually work?
And
we hear that a lot. Is it
also-
going to come clean? We hear that a
Also,
lot.
what can I clean my floors with after you're done? What's a safe product?
Right, we do hear some of that. And you know, if you really want to make sure that you're getting a good product, then you can go online to one of the better manufacturers, a Stone Tech or Modern Stone. You can order a neutral cleaner. Some of those cleaners will even have some sealer in them, so that help you maintain it as you go. And if you get a neutral cleaner from one of those companies, you're probably buying something that's safe, that's going to work pretty well, and you're not going to get a lot of buildup. If you go to Home Depot and you buy something off the rack and you take it home, there's a couple we don't really approve of. We're not going to mention them, but we don't really care for them because they do leave a waxy buildup, and that waxy buildup does gather dirt, and over time it just looks bad.
I like the stone and tile cleaner, the neutral stone and tile cleaner you can get on Amazon. It's made by Stone Tech. I always recommend that to our clients. You can get it delivered right to your door. I think it might be about $30 for the gallon. That gallon will last you forever, especially if you dilute it down even more than it says so.
What else?
What
Holes.
else? Oh, holes.
Oh, holes. We always hear about holes. Do you fill the holes when you clean and when you polish? And if you do fill the holes, are you going to use epoxy or are you going to use grout? And if it's an unfilled travertine and they've already used grout to fill most of the holes, that's what happens when they install an unfilled travertine. They just spread the grout over the entirety of the tile, and then wipe it all down, and all those holes get filled with grout. If it's one of those types of travertines, then we're going to go ahead and try to find a grout that matches your original grout and try to fill those holes in that manner. If it's a smooth travertine, a filled smooth travertine, whether it's polished or a satin finish, a semi-gloss finish, a high polish, we're probably going to use an epoxy on that. And if we do use an epoxy, we're probably going to use it before we start polishing, if at all possible, so that way when we polish up the floor, it can match the tile as best it can. That said, it will never match it perfectly because epoxy does not polish consistently with stone, which is why when you look across your travertine floor, you see different levels of polish in different areas. Looks pockmarked at times. And if you have cracks, we could fix cracks. Even if the cracks aren't level, if the tile is broken and one side is higher than the other, we can fill that with epoxy and we can grind it flat and polish it all the way up and make it look natural. I can't say it'll always look perfect, but most of the time we can disguise it well enough that you don't know that it's there and it looks like part of the floor.
Very good. Very nice. Other questions that we have are, how can we get prepared for you before you come? What should we move? What should we do? Where can we be? Can we stay in the house? What about my dogs and my kids?
Gosh, it does help if you have smaller dogs that you can either keep inside and let out through a door in your bedroom, and you can keep them contained throughout the day. It isn't necessary that you find a place for them, but if it's necessary for them to cross through the areas where we're going to work in order to get to the backyard to relieve themselves, then it's probably a better idea to find a place for your dog. So if you have a friend or a relative who can take your dog for the day, that's probably better. If you have children, then it's probably better if you try to schedule a day out, a movie, lunch, just something to do for the better part of the day, not necessarily in the beginning and at the end or for the entirety of the day, but at least for 4 or 5 hours in the middle.
Well, it depends on what process we're doing, how long are we going to be
Right.
there, that kind of thing. I mean, sometimes we're not there but 4 hours. Sometimes we're there 2 days. So, it just depends on what you have, what service that you're having done, and then we can discuss that at the time of the appointment.
Right. And also moving things. If you move things that are small, breakable, lamps, picture frames, decor,
Rugs.
end tables, right, smaller chairs like dining room chairs. It's great if you can move all that. We'll move the heavy stuff. If you can try to get some idea where you'd like us to put those things, the larger things, that helps a lot. maybe you can clear an area before we get there, so that if you've got couches or a large dining room table, maybe a carpeted or an area where you have a wood floor where we can, put those items. It helps if you have that space ready for us.
I want to touch back on grout repair. Even if we do the repair, and even if we have the exact color that you used or that was installed, it will never, ever, ever, ever look the same. Ever.
Right. New grout and old grout just don't look the same.
No. It's just like, it's a 10-year-old floor, let's say. Say you have a 10-year-old white Hanes t-shirt that you wash every single day or every week, and you pulled it out of the washer or the dryer, and you hold it up next to a brand new one you just pulled out of this Target bag that you got at Target. If you held the stark white one up to the clean one, it's clean, but it is not going to be brand new like the one you just got at Target. When we put the new grout in, it will look like a Target white Hanes t-shirt. So it will be white, but it will be stark white, or it will be tan, whatever. But it's going to look brand new. That's what I'm trying to say. So you'll never get it to look, even if we clean the floors and even if they were sealed, it still gets dingy. That's just how it is.
The good news is that in a month, you probably won't even be able to notice it again.
That's true.
Yeah.
What else? What other things?
I don't know what else.
Okay. Well, that's it for our Q&A session with Tile Girl and Tile Guy.
Yeah, and it'd be nice if you do have some other questions you want us to answer. If you watch the video and we haven't mentioned something, then feel free to post it, and we'll reply as quickly as we can.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you.